So where do you go for a meeting? Is it a tourist place or is it a dining place that you go for? Dining etiquette is something which is very important in today's life because we have all the meetings in today's world over a meal. So today we have Miss Leena Raheja with us to apprise us on the same issue. She has 3 years of experience in hospitality and is currently pursuing PGDM from APG School of Management. We are honored to have you here with us, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Shriti, for this humble introduction. And as you said, how important is dining etiquettes? You already mentioned how important it is to you should be knowing about it because you will be meeting your clients, your prospects in everyday life so that you can build your business, you can extend your or you can make your business or take it to a better place. As that's why dining etiquettes plays a very important role in grooming a person as well as in making them a better person and a better presenter in front of the person, and it also creates a great impression on the person who is dining with you.
So, like you said, the dining etiquettes might be more important in the career success than you think. Proper table manners are associated with competence and professionalism, and everyone wants to achieve that, right? If I'm going to a place and having a dinner or having a lunch or talking about business, I want myself to be presented in a much more better way than I am because I want others to see me as I am. Now, when I say that, how am I? The question that arises is, how do I suppose myself to appear in front of the other person? Because in a professional setting, when we are dining, we are not able to see ourselves on our outlook. What we do is we eat the food and we do it unconsciously. So, Miss Leena, what are the things that one can keep a track on, or how can one improve his or her dining etiquettes?
Like as you have asked, Shruti, how we can enhance our look when we go out for a dining meal with a client or our boss or even our prospect clients with whom we'll be dealing further in our business. So what you need to do first, looks matter in term. I'm not saying about you need to be looking beautiful. It's not about that. It's about how you look. You need to look presentable and try to wear formals if you're going in a professional setting, and don't go overboard with the accessories that you wear. Try to be formally dressed, and for males you should wear shoes which match the color of which it matches with your trousers. And also second thing for males, that if you are keeping beard, it should be neatly kept, it should not be haywire or shabby, because it will give you even negative impression about you on the to the other person. Your hair should be nicely set, as well as your beard should be neatly placed if you want to keep beard, or otherwise you can go clean shave. That will also give you a very clean look when you go and meet somebody. And wear a nice uh, I would like to say that a light perfume, a
Okay.
light fragrance would help. It should not be
Mm.
overboard, it should be a light fragrance that you should wear. Second, for females, they can wear bare minimum accessory like a small pearl earring or a gold earring, small one with like a bud. And also they can wear a small nice pearl necklace if they wish to. And secondly, they can wear heels. It should not be open toed. Also they can either wear a professional sari if they are comfortable with that, or otherwise they can wear skirt, trouser, skirt, or either or trousers if that's their wish. But they should also look professional because that creates a first impression on the person to whom you are meeting.
Okay. So, like you already said, ki there are other things like your appearance matters when you are dining in a in a place. So, like other things keeping constant, is there a particular as per the cultures, different countries have different cultures, and we are going directly to that topic. So, since different countries have different cultures, and we are dealing with a diverse array of people here in India. So, what do you think can be a possible way to, get to the point, or to be able to come up with diverse group of people together? For example, if I am going to an interview or meeting
Like
some people from
yes.
different diverse backgrounds, so how can I praise or please others as well? So, what is your take on that?
So, like as you said, we have our place have the world has become a global village. So we are meeting people from different nationalities and being that they have different culture and different things that they might get offended with. So it's very important to understand the culture of the country before the person whom you're meeting, so that when you meet with that person, you'll be able to relate and you'll be able to deliver them how you value how you value their values, and they'll feel very impressed that before meeting that person you tried to understand their culture, and maybe you might use few of the points to make that person comfortable in the environment in which he or she is coming from their place. They'll feel like home and they'll be comfortable talking to you.
Yes. So, we can do our homework and plan according to where the our panel members or other people who are having a meal with us are coming from. A very good point taken by you, Miss Leena. So, what are the other factors like talking? We talked about the clothing that we should take care of, the culture or the homework that we should do, and how about the food, or what choice of food can we actually take? Like if I'm talking about my culture, if I'm talking about a different diverse group having a particular culture, so should I go with a South Indian if the people are coming from South Indian, maybe they do not like it, or they have already eaten a lot of that food? Should we give them the special food of that particular restaurant, or should we go for staple food of that particular region? What should be the take on this?
So, like as you said, when you're meeting a person from Japan, it is not necessary that you make them eat sushi or a pan
Yes.
Asian food. Or as you
Hmm.
said, if a person who is coming from one of the regions of the South India, that you need to feed them good South Indian food. That's not necessary. It is that how welcoming you are and how with how much love that you are serving that person, and maybe you'll be able to offer them something that they have not tried. They'll be like, yes, I would like to try this because what I'll tell you, South Indian, they must have eaten every day and it is in their blood. If you check the blood, there you will find something, the food that they
South
eat.
Indian
But
positive.
you need to, but you need, yes. So you need to give them something that they have not tried. This will give them a think that we are the people. It's a global village, as you said. So you should try each and everything that you get. But as you have done your homework and you got to know that person specifically likes something, so please keep it, because small specifications help to know a person that he or she will get that you are interested in knowing that person, and he or she will respect that. Like I can give you an example on that. If I have worked in hospitality, so we know we have some regular guests, so we know how they like their coffee. You know that they like cappuccino, or maybe they like the coffee black, or they like espresso. So if before even they are saying, we anticipate their needs and we serve it to them. So the delight we see on their faces, it is priceless. So that is very important aspect that we can take upon.
Okay, so basically you're saying that we should go for a product, or we should go for a food item that is unique in its own way and gives a pleasure to the person. So how do we choose that? Is my question.
So it depends on that. That's where it comes your homework. He that
Hmm.
person you would be meeting, he or she must be having some person associated to them. You can ask them and inquire about their habits, what they eat, what is their time schedule, so that if you know about those things, you'll be able, like I said about the coffee thing, if you get to know few of their habits of eating, you'll be able to get them on the table when you meet him or her, because that will impress them and they'll be able to know that you are interested in what they do, and you know that you value their preferences. And if you don't know it, you might do blunders, but if you know it, so do it appropriately. Don't go overboard, but yes, if you know something about that person which is important, you should do it. And
Okay.
also, I'll add something here.
Yeah,
It is
sure.
not necessary that you know about the preferences of that person. You can always ask them, so what would you like to have? It is always good to know, because uh, there is always a chance of knowing that person. He or she will value that because you're asking that person directly without making any assumptions.
So we're giving a preference to the guest or host, to whoever we are having a meal with. So another very good point taken by you. And how about I would like to ask you, how about a drink or a dessert kind of a thing? Like most people, what they do is go to a restaurant for maybe a breakfast or for a lunch or for a dinner. So what they miss upon is starters, the soups and all, and then they miss upon the dessert side as well. Or the thing that it is not necessary. So should we only focus on the main course when we are going for a planning, or should we go also for other things as well?
So, if you have heard, French started this trend of having 17 course meals. 17 course meals means you're having a sorbet, which will actually cleanse your palate. Then you can have a main course. Then after that, you'll have something which is a little lighter than this. And what they always do, they start their meal from a drink, which will actually increase their appetite. But now nobody has that audacity or the thing that they can have 17 course meals in one go, because we don't have that big much appetite right now. So what you can do we can do is, we can go for a 3 course meal, which can involve, if it is a dinner which in which might the person like alcohol, so you can ask them or you can offer them a nice glass of champagne. That won't hurt, because it is not that alcoholic, and it is also helps you to keep the conversation going while your food is coming on the table. If that person likes, or red wine or white wine also works. It depends on the professional setting or in which setting you are dining. It is, if it is like a chit chat thing or semi formal, wines works good. Wines always works in both the settings. And also about the desserts, it depends. And if you know they, because when you meet the person, you, before meeting that person, you do your homework. You get to know that that person, supposedly you get to know from their personal assistants that they are diabetic, suppose. So
Yeah.
you might arrange a sugar free dessert for them. They'll be delighted. Or you get to know what type of dessert they like, so you can offer them that. And at the end, you can ask for tea or coffee. Generally people likes it after their meals to keep the meals and digest their food.
Okay. Uh, I think I am over with my questions. But apart from the things that we have already discussed so far, what are the some of the table manners that we can consider or take into account while dining at a place?
So like as you said about the table manners, just make sure that when you meet the host, or try to reach prior the host is reaching, so that the thing that you can keep in mind, because you'll be able to check the setting or the table that you might have got. You need to do some alterations, that you have some time in your hand before the guest arrives. Secondly, you should think or keep that thing in mind. You are not there for a meal, you are there for meeting a person, so that you can crack up the deal or having a meeting. So don't focus on the food, focus on the person with whom you are dining. Thirdly, when you get a soup on there, supposedly there is a meal which is soup. So you can have your soup when there are two three some amount is left. You can just turn a bowl a bit. You just don't pick it up like and have it like this. No, tilt a bowl towards a bit towards you and take a spoon. You can have it like this. So you don't need to scratch the bowl. It will make bad sounds and it will create a bad impression on the person. And also, if you think like you eat food with high salt, don't put salt directly. Just taste the food once And always ask salt and pepper together. And if somebody asks salt and pepper if somebody asks, pass me the pepper, because I'll tell you, salt and pepper goes together. They're like perfect couple. They always goes together. If somebody asks you salt, should always give salt and pepper together. You never know, he might need some pepper in the food. So they always go together. And also try to keep up with the pace of the guests that you have invited, because you don't want to end up being eating very slow or eating very fast, because
Pass.
you are here not for the food. As I've already mentioned, it's about the food, but it is not only about the food. You have to focus on the person with whom you're dining, and also the conversation should keep going on. Thirdly, a fourth point might be, you can consider that order the food which is less messier and you know how to eat it. And if you feel like that you are not comfortable eating a sushi with a chopstick, that's okay. Don't eat it with a chopstick. You might do blunders. Pick it up with a hand or a fork, because you will be more confident in that. If you are not confident, that will also give an impression to the person that इफ यू डोंट नो, अगर आपको वो चीज नहीं आती है फिर भी उसको कोशिश कर रहे हो और गलत कर रहे हो, उनके सामने यही इंप्रेशन जाएगा, दे विल हैव दिस इंप्रेशन अबाउट यू. सो दैट्स ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड इट हियर.
So that was a wonderful session with you, Miss Leena Raheja, and we would like to invite you further on the topic, maybe with food industries and talking more about the hospitality section as well. So let's go directly and deep into the conclusion section. So by this session, we can conclude that business dining is very important. When you know how to dine, you know how to make an impression, a very good impression at that. Bad table manners have sloopy impression and signal a lack of attention to detail. You never want to be in that situation. So please make sure that you gain attention of your host and your guests by competence and professionalism of yours. Do your homework and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you.